Cristiano, hello. Luis from SCG, good morning. What can you tell us about how the team's confidence is? How are the feelings at such an important moment? In what is your fourth final with the national team?
Well, the feeling is positive, confident. We know we are going to play against an excellent team, possibly the best national team in the world right now. But the team is confident. After what we did in the last game, the confidence is high. We know it's a final, anything can happen. And what I most hope is that the team can be at its best tomorrow and that we can win the trophy, because finals are like this.
But I think the team is quite calm at the moment and confident that things will go well.
Good afternoon, Cristiano. Nuno Matos, Antena 1. Cristiano, in official matches, we haven't beaten Germany for 25 years. In official matches, we haven't beaten the Roja for 21 years. Was it this, Cristiano?
Let's see, we think so. Each game has a different story. We knew we hadn't beaten Germany for so many years, but history changes, chapters change, and that's what happened. I hope tomorrow can also be a day good for Portugal, that we can win this final, as we very much want. We know it will be tough. Finals are like that. They're difficult against a team that is very confident, not losing for 24 games, I think. But Portugal also has its strengths, and we're going to go onto the field with a positive mindset that things will go well.
Good afternoon, Cristiano. This is João Pimpim for A Bola. Correct me if any of the facts I'm going to list are wrong. Cristiano is 40 years old, a family man, a father. He is human. And even if sometimes there are some who think that he's a machine, the truth is he is a human being. And so I would ask you, are there not mornings when you think, today I really don't feel like doing this? I don't feel like talking to you today.
No, I'm joking.
That happens, not only with me, but with everyone, with all people, human beings. There are good days, there are bad days, there are days you don't feel like talking much. Today is not the case, actually. But it's normal, it's part of life. But I try, always when I wake up.
On idea, when I'm not feeling as well, I try to find ways to lift my spirits, and that's what I come.
I always do this in my life, not just in football, but also outside football, as you said, and rightly so. Being a father with my children as well, it's a challenge, but it's a beautiful, interesting challenge, and one that I really enjoy.
Here at Agência Lusa.
Hello, Cristiano. Here, Luis Gropa from Lusa. Your career is full of titles, of trophies, of finals. But the truth is that in recent years you have been somewhat away from the finals. And what I ask you is, did you miss this atmosphere? That's why. Your last title was in 2021, I think. The last title, but not the finals. Finals, yes, there was the Saudi Cup. But I'm asking if you miss this whole atmosphere. I do miss lifting the trophy, definitely, but it's part of life. You can't win all the time. That's football.
There are times we are likely to win many things. There are times and years when we don't win.
Collective trophies. It's part of it. It's part of it. In football, you can't always win. But
the last shot is missing, which is tomorrow of the season. And I am confident that things will go well, that Portugal will come out with the trophy, you know. And I say once again that it will be a difficult game, but in my view, it is possible.
Cristiano, good morning. Here, Henrique Mateus from TV, from CNN. In Spain, we hear that they are partly framing this final challenge as a generational showdown between Cristiano and Lamine Yamal. What I also ask, looking at the national team, is that Portugal is experiencing a generational cycle change represented by the weight of history and also the explosion of emerging talent. What I'm asking you is if you see this only as a symbol of a transition, and what has been your role in connecting with previous generations in the national team?
It was always like this. Whenever I played football, when we played a big game or a final, it was always Cristiano against this, it's been over 20 years and it's still the same. That no longer keeps me up at night, which is normal. I'm completely used to it. It's a completely different generations. It's a generation that's starting, a generation that's ending. In my case, they should do, I don't know, Lamine with Vitinha, who are more or less there. Not from the same generation, but they are closer. But there's no problem. If they want to do it with Cristiano, I take the bullets, no problem. It's because that's irrelevant to me. When they talk about the duel,
Cristiano against this, because it's not like that. In reality, it's not like that. It's a team against a team.
And it will always be like that. But I understand the media make it so that
There's more heat in the game, but it's beautiful and normal. So what I most wish is that Portugal can be at a good level, confident that things can go well, and we can have a great game and win. And I say once again, against a team
very good. Possibly it is not a world-class team at the moment.
I will not be able to authorize more questions. Miguel, Cristiano, good morning. We are live for the channel once here. There is a remarkable game. I mean, there are several remarkable games in your career, but with the national team, there's the game against Spain in the World Cup 2018 where you scored 3 goals. I don't know if it's one of the best games of your career, but I was asking if you like to remember those moments or if you never look to the past, it's always towards the
future. Life is also based on and lived through memories. It is lived in the present, which is the most important, but memories make us who we are today. And so obviously, from time to time, there are flashbacks of those good memories we had, and we want to believe that this is something motivating.
As I said, over the years, football taught me that
the past is past, and we must live the present moments as if they were the last. I won't say it is the last, but it's one of the last. We will play tomorrow to compete for a trophy. A beautiful trophy, a trophy that Portugal has already won, but it's a trophy we want to win again. We want to win it again. It's going to be a final. Anything can happen, but I hope that Portugal can be at its best level and that we need to bring the trophy to Portugal. Cristiano, Luis Arias from Radio Renascença. We are on the eve of an important decision, but I wanted to ask if you can confirm if there have been contacts with you for participation in the Club World Cup. I think that is irrelevant. At this moment, it does not make sense to talk about other things apart from the national team. But I can say that there were quite a few contacts. But there are certain things I see that make sense, and there are things that do not make sense.
Or as they say, you can't attend to everything. You have to think short, medium, and long term.
And it is a decision that is practically decided on my part, which is not to go to the Club World Cup.
But I had plenty of invitations. That's a fact.
We are now going to open to international press, especially to the Spanish guy, so I would like to.
First question to the Spanish guy. Cristiano Alfredo Martinez for Onda Cero. I don't want to compare you with Lamine Yamal because you have a career and he is just starting. But yes, from your perspective, you also started very young, you succeeded young. Has his breakthrough and what this boy achieving at 17 surprised you? And do you see a promising path for him as he promises? Thank you.
Yes, truly the boy is doing very well.
He's in a club that helps him a lot. He's also in a national team that helps him a lot, in an environment very conducive to his considerable talents emerging.
But what I truly ask is to let the boy grow peacefully, not put so much pressure on him. Because for the good of football, to enjoy many years of such talent is to let him become, grow in his own way, grow with tranquility and enjoy them for many years. That's what I hope. Therefore, take him, pressure, let him be calm. I believe that you, in a certain way, can help him in this way. It's to let him be at ease, because he certainly has talent. How are you, Cristiano?
Second row, Miguel Angel Toribio, nice to see you again. I wanted to focus on the figure of Lamine Yamal. Well, it seems he likes the pressure, it motivates him, and he's a bit like you. And a bit, I asked him the other day, since he was born, you have been scoring goals. I don't know if you have stopped to think.
Seeing a little.
If that your first child is 14 years old, to put it in context, it's like in 2 years, your child could be winning a Euro Cup. Imagine. It's possible. Have you stopped to think? They have something similar. The color, they are tanned, the hair like that. They are 3 years apart. I like it.
Because my children also like him. Part of my family is Spanish. I have a strong connection with Spain. My wife is Spanish Argentine, so I have a very special affection for Spain, as you know. In this case, the truth is that you mention his name a lot, and rightly so, because the boy is doing very well. He's very olamista. But I have to greatly value Spain. Spain, in history, since I started playing against Spain, has always been one of the best teams in the world. The greatest talents have always been from Spain too. It is a very competent team. You have Williams, who is also a great player for me. You have the midfielders who are very good, Pedri and all this young generation that is coming, even the Spanish coach himself, who is doing a very top job, a person who seems very serious, who puts the people with discipline. And as I tell you, they are a very, very tough opponent, very, very difficult. I've played 1,000 times against Spain, and they are always good matches to watch. I hope tomorrow is a nice match, that people enjoy it, and we players do too. That in the end, well, Portugal can win, obviously.
Hello, Cristiano. I am Angel Diaz from Cadena Cope. It's also nice to see you again. You say that you advise us to leave Lamine alone. I wanted to ask you what advice you would give him and who Cristiano would vote for to win the Ballon d'Or.
Well, I like giving advice to those who want to listen in private, face to face. It's not because you all know me very well, you know, and I have said, and I won't change my opinion, which is, I believe that the individual awards lose a bit the consensus of merit. Did you know it's called merit?
There is not
something that can tell you that you deserve to win. Normally, in my opinion, who should win is the one who stands out and wins the Champions League. It's my opinion, obviously, who won the Champions League. There are many players who could win it, but there is no consensus. I cannot say who should or should not deserve it, because I do not really believe in individual awards anymore, because I know what it works behind the truth. But the child has potential, without a doubt. If it's not now, it will surely be yes. Continue like this. 3, 4, 5 years, easily. Both he and Mbappé or even Dembélé himself, Vitinha, modern players from Spain who are there coming up. But I think that's a bit irrelevant now, the individual awards, because there is no 100% consensus. That's my opinion.
Hello, Cristiano. Nicolas Lehner from the German newspaper Bild. It has been mentioned that you have been at the highest level for 20 years, winning countless titles. I would like to know what motivates you now at 40 years old to keep working so hard. And if you already know, more or less, how long you want to keep playing.
Well, I implemented something in my life a few years ago, which is to live day by day, live in the present, and not think too much about the future. And even though I have to instill in my life, it's going very well because I'm enjoying it. Obviously, I won't lie to you, I don't have many more years to play, and the career speaks for itself in what I keep doing, you know? And I am enjoying the moment. I have to tell you, a date, for me, it is not, I don't know, I can't tell you because maybe tomorrow I wake up and say, look, I don't feel like playing anymore. I'm up to, and no, I don't play anymore. But at this moment, I don't feel it. I'm enjoying the moment. I played in the other match, scored, and enjoyed it. There's going to be a final tomorrow. I'm very happy, you know? Regardless of not winning, it's not the same when you win. It's better because it gives you more motivation to keep working. But at this moment, I am enjoying and as the Spanish say, take a breath, let's see what will happen.
Last one for the Spanish press.
Here, how are you, Cristiano? Ivan Manzano from Radio Nacional. You have faced Spain many times, as you mentioned, in the 2004 Euro Cup, where you reached the final in the 2010 World Cup and the 2012 Euro Cup, which Spain won. Tomorrow you'll be facing off for a title, but on the horizon is the 2026 World Cup. Do you think tomorrow two of the favorites to win the World Cup are facing each other?
Spain, surely. Portugal.
We'll see. Because Portugal historically is not quite the same as Spain. Spain is used to winning a bit more
than Portugal. It already won a World Cup, already won 2 Euros, I think. I don't remember very well. Forward look, and it's more accustomed to winning. If I had to bet, would say that Spain will surely be there. Portugal, hopefully, but as I told you before, I do not think long term. We will see what, at least on a personal level, I tell you on a personal level, I do not know what is going to happen, nor does it worry me. And it is about living in the moment. The moment is good. It is a beautiful moment. I continue playing here, competing well against people. 20 years younger, it gives me motivation and makes me want to be here and continue, and I'm comfortable, you know. Tomorrow, I can't tell you because life and football can change from one day to the next, and that's what can happen. That's why it's about living in the moment, and the moment is beautiful.
I'm going to the Now channel, which I forgot about at the beginning of the press conference.
Go ahead, darling.
Good morning, Cristiano. Lorenzo here, live for Now and CMTV. I wanted to ask, after the historic victory against Germany, do you feel the team trusts the coach 100%? And how is the group reacting to some news questioning the coach's work? Thank you.
If a coach reaches the final, they have done an excellent job, in my opinion, as questioning. A person who has been having a spectacular cut by Portugal, it confuses me a bit, but I understand. If the coach who reaches the final is criticized, imagine the others. So not in your case, but from what I've heard recently, I think there's been a bit of a lack of respect on this topic.
Talking about other coaching possibilities, I think that is
a lack of understanding.
Quite significant. But anyway, in my case, appreciating what the coach has done, I think he has done extraordinary work. There is always criticism, but when hasn't there been? Even when you win trophies, there is always that issue. So it is part of football, part of public opinion, part of the people at home giving their opinion. And so what we have to say, what I have to say, and my teammates think the same, is that we are very happy with the work the coach has done. Because arriving from a different nationality, speaking our own language, singing our anthem, the passion I see every day, that is what I value the most, because nothing else matters at all. What matters are results, and the results he has achieved are very positive, in my opinion, regardless of winning or losing a final tomorrow.
There will always be debate.
But for me, that debate makes no sense at all.
Okay, one last question. In English?
Could it be in Spanish?
Better, you can speak in Spanish very well.
Thank you, Cristiano. Sergio Lewinsky, a journal group from Argentina. Argentina? Argentina. You have your Argentine wife. You could talk, and of course, Lionel Messi couldn't be left out of this, but for something.
It makes no sense. Let's go.
Because it will be for something different than what usually happens. The question is precisely this. Until now, it was always Cristiano versus Messi in the past, even recently, but never Cristiano and Messi. They never played together, right? So, don't you think one of your challenges is to play with Messi in a match and see how it feels? What happens together? Thank you.
Well, dude, you never know.
It's fog. You know, I have a lot of affection for Argentina. My wife is Argentine. So how can I not have affection for my wife after 9 years? And I have a very special affection and have been invited to play in the Club World Cup in Argentina. You know, you never know, you know?
The time is there, you know. I am already 40 years old, but Isaiah.
You should never say, I will never drink this water. I don't know if you speak Spanish or if you understand, but it's very difficult. But I can say, I really like Argentinian. I have never been Argentinian, but I want to go. I have a lot of affection for Argentinians.
No, the truth is no, I don't have any.
And I also have affection for Messi. The truth is that we were rivals for many years, but I've said in a couple of interviews that we have been on stage, not seen, for 15 years. And I remember that before, I don't know if now he speaks a little English, but Messi didn't speak any English. And I translated for him when they explained to us about the gala, what we had to do. And he translated, I have affection for him because he always treated me well and respected me a lot, just as I did him. But I came, this is very difficult.
But you never know. So I will thank Cristiano Ronaldo. I will give confidence on the road.
Finished? Yes, okay.